Hi guys, welcome back to JuzTay. Last time we did a little shop talk. Today we're in the kitchen, okay? I'm not cooking. I'm just in here with my sister as she cook. Say hi.
Hello.
And so we're just gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking, just shooting the shit.
Shooting the shit.
Okay? We got a lot of feedback from the last video, shop talk. Shop
talk.
Shop talk. Y'all listen. First off, let me go ahead and give y'all these disclosures. The first one is I can't talk right now for some reason. The second one is I'm tired. Not like tired, like sleepy. I know y'all like, well, why'd you do the video? I'm exhausted. And the reason why I did the video is because I feel great. Yeah, like I feel great, but I'm exhausted. We'll get into that. Okay, so I'm in the kitchen. What's what we doing? What we talking about? Everything. So, on the last video, we talked about online dating and how that's been for me. And some of the feedback that I received is the ladies loved it. Yes, they was like, yes. I'm going to go home and put this on and let so-and-so see this. Or I'm going to go home and I'm about to watch this again. Or I'm going to send this to my girlfriend. So thank y'all for the feedback. I even got some feedback from the guys' side where some of them didn't like what I had to say. Some of them liked what I had to say. And some of them had their own opinions about what I had to say. And we'll get into that too. Okay? But so the main things is so Tay, do you even have fun on dates? Tay, do you even, you gave us all the negative things, which they weren't negative. I was just giving a true insight because sometimes people start to think it's them. Like somebody could have been thinking like, oh, I'm having this bad experience on the dating apps and it's all me. No, sis. No, bro. It's not you. It's these people. We're the only sane ones. So, one friend, he asked me, like, so do you think that I've had any different... He probably watching this and probably like, so that's how you think I talk?
Exactly.
Is there any, do you think I have any difference from the experience, my experience of dating online and yours? Yes. First off, they say there's a lot of women out here that want a man. So, yes. I'm sure that you got a lot of ladies. Don't let you forget what you told me about them. Like, of course. So, yes, there is a different experience for men and women. Women has to think about a different type of set of questions and ideas when going on these online dates and shit like that. So it is a difference. But let's get into it. So, have I had fun on dates? Yes. Have I met cool guys? Yes, I have.
So I guess with the last video, it seemed like you didn't enjoy men. Is that what was kind of said, or?
Not that I don't enjoy men, but it's kind of like, so you ain't did nothing? Like, you don't have no good...
Is this a person that you actually dated? Is that why they're asking you these questions?
Well, one person... Yeah, I mean, well, everybody, yes. Okay. Everybody that had questions is like, someone so, or is that about me, or is this about me? And some of it is like, yes, it is about you. Some of it is like, no, it's not. Some of it, the shoe fits, then wear it. Hey! But no. So, yes, this person I have, it sounds weird, y'all. Y'all gonna have to help me and deal with it because, yes, we've been on dates. When I be like, when she says, is this the person you're dating? I'm getting into the new mindset and concept of dating. Normally, when people be like, I'm dating this person, people start to think like it's exclusive and shit like that. Yeah. So I try to make sure.
You have to make sure because everybody has a different definition of everything. So your definition of dating is dating multiple people. Y'all can be going out together. You might be fucking one of them. The other ones, you might just go out with them, have a good time.
Right.
Some people might be fucking a few of them.
Yeah, that's be my concern. But anyway,
yeah.
When do you say you're dating? Like, does that mean like now I'm actively dating? That can mean I'm dating multiple people, going on a date here and there, right?
Well, I mean that's your definition, but people have to make sure that their understandings and definitions of certain things, especially when it comes to dating, is the same, and that's where people fail because they don't set boundaries or they don't have an understanding of what the other person is feeling.
Yeah.
So that's where it fucks
But
up.
you know what you said? You said a key word in here, boundaries, which is funny because that gets brought up a lot, even with this particular friend. Okay. You know what? This is what we gotta do. Because I also got a little jealousy because people got names. Okay. So like I mentioned IHOP, that's his name. So we just gonna start giving some people the names. Okay. So this friend we're gonna call Bob the Builder. Okay.
Bob the
Builder. Y'all wanna know how you got the name Bob the Builder?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we first
Bob the Builder.
Yes, when we first met, right?
Uh-huh.
We met on the dating app. Which one? I'm not telling you bitches. No, because I know y'all. I know y'all. Once y'all gonna be like, oh, let me go see. Let me see. Oh, is his pic? Is his?
Help the women out.
No, I'm not
Bob
taking.
the Builder. I like that.
Yeah, but I'm not taking a potential off the market for these hoes.
Very true.
It's hard out here.
For him.
And if it listen.
You right.
Once I'm a full official relationship, I will let y'all know all the dating apps and everything.
I don't know if I do that either. But you know, people, I don't know. Like I never. Go ahead, finish.
Okay, I met Bob the Builder right on the dating app. So y'all know I do lashes and my sister does nails, and so we was getting a shop together or whatever. Y'all can see a little bit behind me a little bit. Anyway, so we was getting that together or whatnot, and I have bought we had bought all this shit from IKEA, y'all, right? So I bought it. Didn't think about who was gonna put this shit together. And have y'all seen the instructions on putting this shit together?
Okay. It's like
stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, so he came to help me put the stuff together. Like he came to put the desk together or whatnot. And the thing about it, like I know a lot of people was like, so and but what the fuck ever. First thing is he has to drive like an hour and a half every time that he comes here. And so he did that, and then he had to drive back. But not only that, he had got off work, y'all, and he had to go to work. I think at that time he was working till like, what you call that? Like, it was a weird schedule. Like, he had to got off, I think like maybe.
Like an overnight shift?
Yeah, it was kind of weird the time he got off or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so he drove here. Well, I think he took a nap or some shit, and he drove here and put that shit together. And he was like, I remember I said something smart to him, and he was like, so you think I just drive all that way and play Bob the Builder, because for nothing? And I was like, well, it wasn't for nothing because I made a chicken sandwich with fried bacon.
And that mug was.
And I did, y'all. I did. Okay, so tell me, was this right or wrong? I did offer like, let me pay you for your services. And he didn't take it, but I don't know if I offended him by saying like, cause then he always be like, I'm not broke. You acting like I'm broke. And I'll be like, it's not that, but I want to pay you for your service and know that it's not something that I think that you're obligated to do because you're a dude or something like that. Or now, if we had been,
I just think that we think differently from a lot of women because yes, in his mind, he's probably thinking that a lot of women won't just come out and say, hey, let me pay you, thank you for coming out. They automatically thinking, nigga, you supposed to come out.
Right.
So, that's maybe where his mind is at, but we're a different species of people.
And that's another thing that I've been trying to get at. But so that's why I call him Bob the Builder. I normally would put his name in there, like Beep the Builder, but for the sake of confidentiality,
okay,
we'll just say Bob the Builder. And y'all, I remember one time, let me tell y'all, like, this is the shit that I do, and I don't even know why I put this out there, but like, I had him saved in my phone as Bob the Builder, right? And I think he made me mad about something. He probably don't even know he made me mad, but he made me mad about something. Probably talking about that shit, talking about how he gonna have how he have all these females and stuff like that. Like, not like that, y'all. Like, that sounded so horrible. I'm not saying like like he got a lot of girls. Listen, we're not gonna even go there. Anyway, so I was irritated, so I changed it back. I was like, I'm not gonna give him no special name. I ain't special. Shit. Anyway, so that's what we gonna call him. So, Bob the Builder. We got we're gonna call Caribbean Man. The Caribbean Man. He's the man. I really don't know him. He does have a name, but I'm not really talking to him right now because it was a little bit too aggressive for me. He made dinner reservations. I had no idea. We weren't on that type of relationship, and his thing was, "Where are you?"
Can you do me a favor? I know you're. Can you hand to me something out of the refrigerator? Butter. There's like a spicy mustard in there. Tomatoes and lettuce if you.
I'm getting butter, lettuce, and tomatoes, and spicy mustard. But,
and guys, I'm cooking a chicken sandwich. If you were wondering, maybe you were. Or you like, how does it put?
well, talk to him.
Yeah, dating is it's pretty. It's hard, and it's only hard because people make it hard. It's really not hard for real, but
This is
as humans, no, it's cooking on the door. Maybe not. Thank you. So yeah, it's really not hard. Oh.
I could have just died. I ain't editing it out. Shit. This is what y'all gonna get, okay?
No, I could have just died.
I could have died. Cause of death, rolling chair in the fucking kitchen. Y'all see? My heart beating all fast and shit.
I couldn't stop.
I'm so clumsy. Oh well. But
Oh shoot.
anyway, so the Caribbean Man, he was just a little too aggressive. Anyway, but okay, what were some of my better dates while dating on the app? Oh, this is the chicken. Smells good. It does. My better dates. I would have to say my number one date. It would have to be Colorado. That would have to be the date of all dates, of course. Of course, that was longer than just a regular date. It was a trip. And we went to Denver. We went to Bailey, Colorado Springs, every fucking where in Colorado. I didn't have to drive. Anybody knows me knows that I always drive all the time. Didn't have to. It was fun. It was fun. I felt like I was me, and that was okay. Like, it was so much fun, y'all. It was fun. We stayed at the Bears Den cabin. It was shaped like an igloo.
It was beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And oh my God, y'all. Let me tell y'all the funniest thing. So, everybody knows I love cooking. I love fucking Food Network. Like, if I could marry Guy Fieri
or Bobby,
or hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Are you trying to get at my dude?
First of all, we both love him, so we both gonna have to have him.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of stuff you think
okay.
this is. You already know what the deal is.
I didn't agree to a compound, so I might as well agree to sharing Bobby Flay with my sister.
Might as well. Bobby is the man.
But
Bobby, if you hear this,
yes, I would like.
On the show.
I be watching him, y'all, a lot. So, we was supposed to have this grown and sexy dinner, right? And so he cooked lamb, y'all, lamb with some wine and shit on there. Like, he was really doing it. But it actually turned out really good. It was actually really fun and shit. It was. It was. I would have to say another fun date. A lot of these dates, it's really not fair because some of them are fun. Like, I went to a date. It was actually fun. I got to dance and everything at a birthday party. It just ended bad. But, I mean, overall, it was fun.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so
I'm over here cooking this chicken.
I went on a date. Let me see. I don't even know what we're going to call him Light Bright. Okay?
Okay.
So I went on a date with Light Bright. Light Bright.
Okay.
And it was his birthday. And so he asked me if I could be his date for his birthday. And I was like, yes. So it ended up being a whole damn party or whatever, y'all. And so, like, all his family is there or whatever. So this is really our first date. I knew him, though, from being a kid or whatever, right? Fine. I thought it was going to work out. It didn't, y'all, because the nigga is crazy. Anyway. So we had fun. We was at there. I was kicking it, like, just chill vibe. I got to do a little wobble or whatever.
Wobble.
You know. Wobble, baby. Yeah. Hey!
Oh, shit.
You know that. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Whatever. So, afterwards, they wanted to go to, like, the real club down in Westport.
See? That's how.
Y'all, I thought we was going to go for karaoke. That shit turned into a mess. A mess. Okay? A mess. They started fighting. Everything. I was like, I'm too old for this. We're in our 30s.
Right. Who wants to deal with that?
But the first part was fun. The first part was fun. Don't get me wrong. Like, it was fun. Like, being able to dance and stuff. Other fun dates. I just feel like there's different levels to it. Like, there's different... Yeah. Like, there's different levels. Like, there's fun things. There's dates that are, like, romantic dates. There are dates, like, friend dates. There are dates that's, like, the mixture of both. Dates that are, like, cute shit. Like, one of my friends gonna say, well, when you ask me to do cute shit, I do it, don't I? And I'm like, yeah, you do. And that's nothing wrong with that. Like, maybe I should have said, are you going to ask me to do cute shit? I guess. Yeah, are you going to ask me to do cute shit? I mean, we done did some cute shit. That looks good. But, you know, but I don't know. Shit. But, so, another thing that I've been noticing is one guy told me on the dating app, y'all, he texted me and he told me that first off, I was too old. Ain't no man gonna want me. Yes, because I didn't want to exclusively date him.
Oh, nice.
We had only talked that day.
Yeah, these men are fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Wow, they got, you know.
But you know, it's funny because, yeah.
Women are just the crazy ones.
Yeah, but you know, what some guys will be like, well, what's the problem? Y'all want to be in a relationship, so he say he want to be in a relationship.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna settle for
yes, and I don't need, it's not that I'm trying to be picky or something like that, but I don't know you.
And yes, you have the fucking right to be picky. You want to know why? Because you don't necessarily have all your shit together, because if you did, well, you know, our business is still growing, but you know, you'll still be, everybody has time to fucking grow.
Yeah, but then it's kind of like when you grow,
you're speaking your truth.
Yeah, but it's also like when you growing, like you get, it's hard to find someone to grow with.
Absolutely.
And
that's
then
continuing to grow. Because you want to continue to grow.
Yeah.
You don't want to stay stagnant.
And you don't want nobody to take advantage of that shit.
Absolutely. And a lot of motherfuckers do.
And it's kind of like when you're going through your growth. Like, you know what? So I had this conversation that, you know, what bothers me is guys always be like, girls, that women are gold diggers and stuff like that. All they want is money. They want men with money and all this. But then I was talking to someone and they were saying like, yeah, that the goal is to get the money, to get the ladies. Well, how are y'all complaining about something that y'all goal is that? How are y'all complaining about women being gold diggers when you say you get the money to get the women? Like, what do you want? And then you come across, and then he was like, well, I done got myself together or whatnot, so I'm ready to stunt on people, and if I want to have me a younger lady and things like that, that's the bread that's toasted, y'all. It looks pretty good. If I want to stunt, you know, basically doing what these niggas be doing out here. They get some money, they want to get young video vixens and think that's a day, but then be upset when they dinner ain't done at night. When they get home from making all this money that she's spending. But that's not where it was at. That wasn't the goal. The goal wasn't dinner. The goal was a bad bitch.
Hello.
So you got that. And now the bad bitch is asking, where's dinner when you got home from work? You still got to feed them bad bitches, right? Anyway, I kind of feel like it's not right, because then guys want to be like, well, she let me go.
But the bad bitches is stepping up though, because you know the bad bitches is learning that being bad ain't always a good thing. So you know they're trying to learn how to cook and stuff too.
Some stuff you can't pretend though.
That's true.
There's some stuff you can't pretend. Like, and it depends on it. I don't know what people are failing to realize. It's all about your intentions. And it's all about from the place you're coming from. Right. You know what? One thing I have been learning is sometimes the intent is not everything. It's the impact of what you've done.
Come on.
And sometimes your intentions don't quite match up to whatever the impact is. And sometimes we feel like, well, I'm being honest and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, so that I'm being honest with her. So then what? That don't mean that your actions don't impact the her.
Right. And I don't know. And see, good you brought that up. Because I don't know where the fuck people think that that's not going to impact a person. Or, like, people have to understand that's fucking trauma. So when you're going through trauma, and see, and this is the thing, not only with men cheating, but women cheating too. But when you cheat, that's a traumatic thing. So a person ain't just going to be like, oh, just because you tell me that you fucking sorry, it's just going to take away, and I'm just going to be able to forgive you and not bring the shit up again. No, I can work to forgive you, but that's fucking trauma. So every time something happens, anything that triggers that after that, either you going to have to put up with that shit or you just...
That's just like when I had my surgery and y'all had to pack my wound all the time to heal. That shit was painful. It was an open wound, but every day had to go in and pack it, put new stuff in there, take that stuff out, put it in there. It was a process. The cut, when he cut me open, it was nothing. I took that. I felt it. Ooh, whoa.
Yeah.
It's the after effect. Once my body realized, bitch, you've been cut open.
Yeah.
Bitch, that's an exposed nerve. You feel that shit? Then my body is responding like, oh shit, now there's a response. Now I have to go through the healing. What do you mean?
Cheese, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Now I have to go through the whole healing phase. Listen, I'm not getting up no more. She won't get nothing else for this damn sandwich. Almost killed myself twice and been embarrassing myself on national TV. I told y'all last one I don't like to be embarrassed. Embarrass myself. I don't know who I'll be mad at. Anyway, but that impact is still there. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that trauma, you still got to heal from that. So if you're not able to do the appropriate wound care, then get the fuck on.
True story.
If you don't want to go through the process of healing, then bye.
True story.
I don't understand it. But people don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear, like, you got to be accountable for your actions.
Oh, no.
They just want to hear, oh, well, I said sorry, and so it's time to move on. Or, oh, this is what's best for me. Okay, what's best for you might not be what's best for me. And so now I have to do what's best for me. But you can't be mad about that.
I have to do what's best for me.
And I think that's where people don't quite understand that. Like, yes, I respect what you want. Now, all I'm asking is that you respect what I want. That's that. It's really plain and simple. Like, all you can do is tell people what you want. You tell people, hey, I want orange juice. If they ain't got no goddamn orange juice, then all right, keep it moving. What you gonna do? You either gonna take what they got or you gonna say, I'll pass.
Yeah, and keep it moving.
And a lot of times I'm saying, I'll pass. I'll pass. I will fucking pass.
And that's okay. And that's good that
it
you do
is.
that you don't stay there and sit there and let shit just prolong.
Yeah. I think
that's traumatic not only to you but to the other person.
It is, because I feel like sometimes you get yourself into things and you already know the outcome of it. Some of us already know what things are. You get what I'm saying? But we want to do it for the sake of it might be different or shit like that. I mean, it could be, things can happen. But your mind is already set on what it is. With the law of attraction, it's guaranteed that's what you're going to get.
Oh, yeah. True story.
My thing is, people should just say what they want. And before you say what you want, you need to learn what you want and the reasons in which you want it. Because sometimes we want things because of hurts that we have gone through, because the hurts that we are currently in, because we haven't properly healed. That's just like me. I've always wanted a successful marriage. I wanted sons. I wanted a really happy black family. That's what I wanted. And I've been married. I've been divorced. I've did all of that. And going through the hurts that I went through in those relationships, one would probably be like, why would you get married again? Yes. Why? Like, that's crazy. It didn't work out. It didn't do that. It didn't do this. And it's like, why am I changing what I want and the reasons that I want it? Because somebody was it was incapable of doing or being able to meet that goal with me. I had a bad quarter. I be at work and we might not have, when we looking at the different things for the bank and stuff like that, the different portfolios and all that kind of stuff. Some months are not the best months, but do you shut it down? No, you go in and you find out what you did wrong. And you start to prioritize those things. And then once you figure out, okay, you make a list of the things that you know, okay, we could have did this better. I could have did this better. That's when we need to be accountable. I could have did this better. I could have done this differently. Okay, so that doesn't mean that I have to change what the goal is. It means change the pathway to the goal. Learn from when I didn't make the first hurdle. But what we do as human beings, we start to change it like, well, it didn't work, so it's impossible to happen, so I don't want no husband.
Absolutely.
Oh, I was cheated on, so I don't want no one. Oh, she took my stuff, or she didn't want me back in 82 because I ain't have no money, or because of this. So now when I'm in 2002, I don't want no women because I just want to make sure I got my money together and I'm just gonna get a bunch of women. That's not what you really want, though. If you get down to it, and if we start dissecting you and get to the core of the problem, what you really want is what you wanted from the beginning. You want a woman to be there by you, to love you, to do all that, but because you feel like it's incapable of happening, then you change who you are. We do that all the time as women. We start to accept certain things because we feel like we're not capable of getting what we want. But as long as you're in your mindset of saying, this is all that I can get, then that's all that you can get, because you are the master of your
atmosphere. Come on.
Absolutely. One thing I was thinking about is they say, you know how old people will say to when you old people and men will always say that, but men will say it for the aspect of covering their ass and wanting to get out of something. But when they would say, you look for something, you gonna find it. You wouldn't have found it if you wasn't looking for it. And I used to think that was cold, y'all.
What do you think now?
It looks kind of good. I would eat, y'all, but it's not because it's not good, but because my stomach is like this big, and I've already ate. I ate black-owned restaurant, game day chicken wings. Really fucking amazing. Really amazing. It was a good choice today. Today had a lot of good choices.
I didn't know anything about it. You know, but
I didn't say anything because she's not the biggest like chicken eater unless it's like a chicken breast. So when it says game day chicken wings,
it didn't die. But y'all know that when you go to those type of places, they got like burgers.
That is true.
Fuck her.
I was just trying to replenish the energy. Okay. But so what was I saying? You got anyway.
Talk about the man.
Oh, when they would say you gonna find you go looking for it, you gonna find something, or you wouldn't have found it had you been looking for it, which is absolutely true. What happens is, y'all, in our mind, when we have this shit stuck there in our mind, so when you are constantly saying, this nigga is cheating on me, he's cheating on me, he's cheating on me, forget whatever he's doing. Even if he wasn't, the only thing you're going to see is the picture that you have painted in your mind. So what happens is you start to meditate on that. How are you? I don't meditate. Yes, you do. Meditation is the focus. It's constantly, it's focusing on that one direct thing, and that's what you start to focus on. So then the universe is like, oh, okay, let's get her what she wants, because this is what she's putting out there. And then what happens is you turn around, fuck out, you fucking around with Susie. Where the fuck did Susie come from? And you talking about, I knew it. You've been doing this for years. Susie just came into a picture a week ago.
What?
Not all cases, but a lot of times that's what happens. We get stuck in our mind, and before we even meet this creep of a dude that we're with, we've already put out there that all men do this. All men are going to cheat. This is what men do. I always get that. So that's in the forefront of your mind. So here comes always. You niggas ain't exempt either. Y'all think y'all ain't capable of having a good woman. So y'all start doing what y'all want to do. Building a woman. And then y'all complain about it. So it's no different. Oh, I want this and I want that, instead of saying, let me deal with let me find out what I've been attracting. One thing I can say in dating, one thing that I have actually started to do is start to focus on the different guys that come into my life to figure out what it is that I need to learn from those guys, or what is the mirror showing me, because I feel like people are mirrors. And a lot of times they are mirror. This orange juice, y'all, is really good, and I don't know why. Don't know why. I had a pineapple yesterday. That pineapple was so good, y'all. It was so good, but y'all, I made this food, some Caribbean food, right? So I'm cutting up these pineapples, and they were really good. So my friend comes in, and he takes a pineapple. And, you know, I need this for the sauce and for the pineapples that I'm going to put in the food or whatever. I made some Caribbean pineapple chicken and shrimp with some rice and beans and some fried plantains. And I kind of show my mean side a little bit. That's going to be your last one. But when I said it, it was kind of rude with the knife in my hand, cutting up this. Like, if you touch another pineapple, you're going to be having fingers inside that chicken. Okay? I need them pineapples, but it was so good. But anyway, so the guys, instead of saying, when we look in this and we look at what people bring to us and we start to observe, when you're trying to do self-reflection, then you start to say, okay, you pay attention to all the signs. You start to see, why is this person in my life? What is this person teaching me? What is the lessons that I need to learn? Because everybody can teach us something, regardless to that's the problem. Y'all don't appreciate people and the value of people. You think people are invaluable and you can do it alone. You can't. You can't. People are not invaluable. How do you feel being people thinking that you're invaluable? That's why you are the way that you are.
That's why I hate when women say, and some men, but a lot of women say, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. Okay, I get it. I get the aspect of it. But if you have a man, yes, you do. You do need them. We do need our men. We do need strong men, and that's the problem. We think that we don't need men, and men think that they're not needed. So what the fuck is, what's the point?
But it's also, they feel, and not only that, because me, I'm very forthcoming and very open, and I've never had that attitude of, I don't need a man, right? Mm-hmm. Very in love with love. But once you put that out there, then you're desperate. Then you want too much. Mm-hmm. Or then it's this. Right. So it's like, y'all say that we don't need you, or y'all act like y'all independent. Okay, so I come to you that I'm not independent. Right. Then now what?
Right.
Now it's too much. Or you feel inadequate because you're unable to provide what it is that I'm saying that I need. Mm-hmm. So now I'm being in the wanting too much. No, I just want more than what you can provide. Exactly. That's just like when you go to the store and you be like, these shoes is too much. They don't care what you feel is too much. They made their price. Now either you pay it or you don't. And if you can't afford it, then you're going to have to go down to the next store.
And that's okay.
Until you can afford it.
And that's okay.
Go back and save up your money. But don't make you can't go in there and go off on a store.
Exactly. Because they going to look at you like boo-boo the fool.
And so that's the part that I don't understand. Like, you can't do that. So a lot of times we don't focus on self-reflection and take accountability for what it is that we need to change or what it is that we need to improve on. What we would rather do is keep operating from that wounded place. And as long as you keep operating from a wounded place, you're going to keep getting wounded results.
And it takes time. But you definitely have to identify it because tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah, some people feel like I can identify it and that's it. As long as I've identified it, then I don't got to do nothing else. I'm just done with it. Or as long as I've identified it, then I got an excuse to say this is the reason that I'm that way. No. You can't say my daddy left me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 45 years ago. So I'm still this way 50 years later. That's not an excuse, and it's not fair to the people around you.
But I will say, just coming from me and my experience, because I feel like a lot of the times things that I react to or go through or react to, I feel like it does come from a place, like it does start with my father that I haven't addressed yet. So yes, I do feel like, yeah, you should address it. What you're not addressing it for, you should get over it. I get that. But it's not as easy.
It's not easy, but I get it's the healing part is a process. The dealing with it is not the process. The healing part is the process. But when you go in and you deal with those things, my thing is you can't, if I say, yes, this happened to me, and this was not, no, it wasn't my fault that this happened to me. What happened with my father, it wasn't my fault. The issues that I deal with, it wasn't my fault. I get that. It's not. But now that I have identified it, then what? That's just like, for instance, the whole police thing. They're saying, we know it's a problem. We got it. We know. Give us time to deal with it. And America's like, not America, but people's like, okay, how much more time do you need? Let us change some. It took us a long time to get here. It's going to take us a long time to heal from that. Yes, it takes us a long time to heal from that, but it don't take a long time to put action behind making the change. And a lot of times we don't do it because we don't want to be uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. Very. And one thing that I can say that I've learned in this last year is to lean into the uncomfortableness. And once you can lean into that and you allow yourself to be uncomfortable, change can start to happen more quickly. But a lot of times, like you said, no, it's a process and it takes time. Yes. No, I don't think that it's the fact of you need to hurry up and heal from it. It's the fact of when you deal with it and we're not consistent with our mental health. We're not consistent with it. So if you deal with it this month and then you don't deal with it for 5 months later, what have you done but bury the stuff some more on top of more stuff? So now it's going to be even harder. So the more we continue to wait to deal with our issues, the more that we keep going into a karmic cycle. And so it takes longer to get out of that karmic cycle. So I get like, and I don't never want anybody to feel like it's the whole thing of it happened, so get over it. No, you can't tell people that. You can't tell people just to get over it. But you can tell people to get to the getting over it. If that makes sense. Not just get over it, but you need to get to the point of your working to where you can eventually get over it. Now, however long that takes is fine as long as you're putting in the appropriate work. That's just like somebody trying to lose weight. If I needed to lose weight at 300 pounds, I wanted to lose weight. They say you got to do something drastic. To lose this amount of weight that you want to do in a time frame to where you are not putting on weight or just maintaining a steady weight or just losing a little bit of weight, you will have to do something extreme. You have to really do that. And a lot of times we don't want to do the extreme because it's very uncomfortable. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't feel good. And things don't feel good. But why not be uncomfortable for a moment to have a peace of mind for a lifetime? Like, our mental health is so important that we don't preserve it, because once that's gone, where do you go? You have no saying, you have no peace, you don't get joy. It's just constantly, because your mind is constantly with you. It doesn't turn off. Once your brain turns off, you're dead. Normally they pull in the plug. They don't like to keep people alive that's dead. It really don't work that way. So
that's something, because like you said, over this past year, I've been really trying to deal with a lot of things that I find in myself that I don't like. And I know if I find it in myself that I don't like it, then I know that other people don't like it. But just going through certain things in the mind, and everybody knows that I love boxing. So in boxing, I've come to learn that a lot of the times, well, all the time, that it starts with the mind. They want you to start with your mind, because even if you get in the ring and you know how to fight, if a person fucks with your mind, then it's like you're unbalanced, you're off. Mm-hmm. So I've come to learn that during this time, like, certain situations that I've come to find, like, different triggers for myself, things that throw me off, you have to learn that. Like, a lot of people feel like they know themselves, but they don't know themselves.
Right. or they don't want to acknowledge those things, or they feel like it's a weak factor.
Or if they do acknowledge it, they don't want to acknowledge it to a point to where they're proud to acknowledge it, not to look at it as a negative.
That's what I'm saying. It's embarrassing.
Right, to look at it in a positive light. And I think that's the problem, because I can say that with my experience, that I looked at a lot of things that I felt like were negatives. Now I look at them as it's just growing pains. Like, everybody go through shit. Everybody has to have a testimony, or, have to have it so they can tell somebody else what they've been through. And as long as you're learning and you're growing, and that's what people don't do, they don't grow.
No, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of times we do things for other people. Mm-hmm. So after you kill yourself for trying to accomplish something for someone else, then what? Mm-hmm. Then what's next? When do you live for you? When do you enjoy your own happiness? When do you enjoy your own sanity? When do you enjoy your own life? When do you do that? A lot of times we don't, because we feel guilty. I'm not supposed to be happy. Yes, you are. It's okay. I'm not supposed to say what I want, because what I want, they say it's not possible. Let me tell y'all something. What's that song? It's possible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. It's possible. Y'all need to watch that movie. I know, y'all know I'll be talking about these movies. I can't. Cinderella, the black one with Whitney Houston. Use your imagination. That's one thing that gets away from us, is we forget it. We forget it. I use mine. Yes, you have to. If not, it stops you, because if you go off of what a whole bunch of negative people say of what's possible, how you gonna talk to a whole bunch of people that ain't got a job and they tell you it's impossible to get a job? They sitting at home all day, every day, and they tell you it ain't possible to get no job out here. How would they know? I don't think you should be talking to them about that. I don't really think you should. I don't think it's wise for you to heed that advice. But a lot of people do. A lot of people get stuck on what other people want or what other people feel is success, instead of going off of what they feel is their success. My success is not somebody else's success. My accomplishments is not somebody else's accomplishments. It doesn't work that way. What makes me happy just might not make you happy. And it's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes it's a great thing. Like, this is how you know when you're appreciative of people. Sometimes I can be riding in my car and I can just be smiling away. I bet you people think this bitch is crazy as I'm driving down the highway, because I just be smiling at the different memories that I have with people. I could see my mama could have said something a whole month ago, and it'll bring me into laughter. But see, you have to be able to appreciate people in order to say, to hang on to those memories. Because sometimes you don't have anything good to say. You don't have anything nice to remember, because your mind is only focused on the negative. It's not because everybody's just doing negative. It's because that's the only thing that you're able to focus on. That's what you're drawn to. You know how they say they have those optimistic people that feel like the glass is half full instead of empty? Yeah, that's people. Here you go. You put it in here. That's people. That's your mindset. And then you have people that are always happy, excited, and it just seems like they just stay happy. Like they life just continuously things and say, yes, because they're grateful. They show God that they're grateful. Show the universe how grateful they are. And it just wants to keep providing. That's just like people. When you want to do things just because it feels good that somebody else is feeling good. You don't need nothing in return. You don't need nothing back. Just to know that I've made somebody else's day better. That shows great appreciation. And they will want to do that in turn for you. And if not, those people will leave out of your life, because then you'll start to be surrounded by people that do this. You got to understand, whatever you're putting out, it comes back in some shape or fashion at some point in time. And so when we're going through life, we just got to understand, okay, what did I do to get there? Well, my friend said, ain't this how you play the game of life? Sometimes I think we misinterpret the rules. Because, see, I played the game of life. If we want to get it technical, like I went to school. I graduated high school. I didn't do too bad. I'm not a shabby little chick. Enrolled in college. Got married. Moved on and had a baby. You know, it wasn't like I was out here having the kids and didn't get married or nothing like that. I did it the right way, right? I played by the rules. Here I am. Online dating. I played the game. But the thing is, the part that I'm not telling y'all is the place in which that I got that. The place in which that my energy was when I received those things. I wasn't at a good place. My self-esteem wasn't that high. I didn't have me at the forefront of my priority. So who else would? Not them. Why? You teach people how to treat you. Yes, you do. You show people how you need to be treated. And people will treat you accordingly.
That's true.
You got a very few people. You ain't got a lot of people that people know how to act when they need to act a certain type of way. Because they know that it's consequences to that. And if you're not treated in a way in which you need to be treated, then you have to understand that there's consequences. And if you don't let people know that there's consequences, what do they learn? But that you accept it and that you like it. I like it. Treat me that way.
I like it.
Oh, you want me to do this? No. But I think that, you know, online day, I know one thing though. I will say this. We got heavy. We got heavy, y'all. Y'all know mental health shit is my shit. We got heavy. Back to the online dating. Okay, so earlier you said, do you get somebody that you date? You get somebody that you fuck? You get somebody that you do shit with? You do is that what you're supposed to do? But why not just have one? I don't understand that.
Yeah, why not have just one? Yeah, you would think. You would fucking think.
I think that people get scared. You know what I think? I was thinking. I was in the shower and I was really thinking. And I've been really trying to deal with this. And I think that when people talk about like labels and get labels, like this my boyfriend, this my girlfriend, this, then sometimes you get people that start to panic because of the stipulations they believe that comes with those titles. And it's kind of like, why can't you just do what you've been doing?
That's the thing. What have you been fucking doing?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as to get me to the point to say, oh, we're going to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, do I really have to be your girlfriend? Or is there just an understanding that, okay, this is what it is. Don't fuck around with nobody. If you want to go and start fucking around with other people, then let me know. If not, then we good. What we have is good right now until we can get there. Or do you go in it like, no, I want a boyfriend, girlfriend? Because I think sometimes, like, for me, I be starting to feel like once I become a girlfriend or any other things, what other obligations are there? And I think that's where people get like, I don't want those obligations. Dudes start thinking, oh, if I'm her boyfriend, I got to start paying for her to get her hair done, her nails done. Instead of just
do it out of the kindness of your
right.
heart. But why is it obligated?
Right, and you're not obligated, but my thing is, why not just talk about that and be truthful and say, you know what, I would love for you to be my boyfriend. However, I get fearful because I'm starting to think like, if I let you be my boyfriend, then I'm going to have to start cooking you dinner. I'm going to have to start picking up your clothes from the cleaners. I'm going to have to start doing this. And then that goes in, and then you can eliminate some of that and say, that's not what I want from you. This is what I would need from you.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I've always understood that communication is the key, but I've never really understood it until I started trying to find myself and find things with me. And as I'm communicating with other people, because just up until a few months ago, I didn't want to fuck with people. And I don't want no type of connection, none of that. But it's just learning how to communicate with people. We have to understand that everybody ain't the same. Like, that's my thing I had to understand. Everybody is not me. Everybody is not going to think the same way I think. Everybody's not going to do what I do. Everybody's loyalty is not my loyalty, because we all have different definitions. But I just feel like communication is definitely a big thing, and I'm learning that. And a lot of people don't communicate, or a lot of people don't know how to communicate effectively. Everybody know how to talk to each other, but to actually be effective in your communication to where you're able to listen and really hear.
Because people don't active listening.
Exactly.
People don't know the difference between listening and active. And they probably wasn't listening in class when the teacher was telling us to put on your active listening. Work on your active listening skills. You know, but I like the communication. And I like writing and shit. But a lot of times people don't. And you're absolutely right. Like, did you hear? And a lot of people get upset. Like, I ask people, and people think I'm being funny or trying to treat them like they stupid. Like, did you understand what I'm saying? Or what did I say? Because sometimes we get upset with people for not understanding what we're saying, but understand that everybody's brain, their comprehension and the way that they comprehend has been affected in some point or by something in their life. So the way that they process things, their filter is a little bit different. Everybody's filter is a little bit different. So you have to be able to say, am I making myself clear? Like, tell me what you got from what I said. It ain't that you're less intelligent than me or anything like that. But what if it went through your filter different? And then if we leave without communicating this, then the lines of communications have been crossed. And now somebody is left feeling unresolved.
Yep.
So at what how do you act? Like, is that wrong to ask people like, okay, so what are you getting from what I'm telling you?
It's not wrong, but I mean,
is there a better way to say? I'm saying that because people feel that way, but
no, to me, there's no right way to kind of say that, because especially depending on in the moment of when it's said, of course people gonna take it the way they're gonna take it, and sometimes it's just like shit. There's no other way for me to put it. It is what it is. So people just gonna have to, it is what it is. Some things that people say to me, I know that it doesn't depend. It doesn't even matter how you say it to me. I'm gonna take it offensively, and I'm gonna just take it offensively. And either I'm gonna move the fuck on, or I'm gonna come to you and say, "Hey, that kind of fucked me up," and then we can discuss it from there. But that's the thing.
That's the thing.
It's never a two-way thing.
Yeah, but even in that, say for that instance, sometimes you get people, like you said, I know that I'm going to take it messed up. Either way, no matter if you come to me extremely nice, I'm going to take it messed up. Who's at fault at that?
Exactly.
I'm asking.
It's not your fault. It's my fault. To me.
So is it an obligation of mine to be like, okay, you took that wrong? Or is it an obligation of yours to get a clearer understanding? Since you know that you'll be the one that takes it wrong.
Like I said, it's never, to me, on most cases, let me not say never, on most cases, it's not a two-way street. And that's where I say communication.
But which way is the two-way street in that instance? Is a two-way street me coming to say, hey, you feel some kind of way? Or should it be you, the one that knows that my filter is fucked up? So
I don't know. I think for me, it's in at the moment. Like, it depends on the actual moment, because some people don't know how they may come to you, but already off top, how they come to people is not in good light anyway. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily that you may think that you're doing anything wrong, because you just doing what you do. And you know in your mind, out of the goodness of your heart, you're doing it, but other people perceive it in other ways because of how things are maybe presented or how it's said, but it's not really in a bad light. People just take shit how they take it. Or with me, I may feel like you doing it because, yeah, sometimes you may act like you know everything, or you may, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And at the time, you wasn't even feeling that way, but I took it that way because sometimes you are like that. You know what I'm saying? It's never a win-win situation.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes I feel like I was watching this show, Put a Ring on It. Mm-hmm. And you know I like watching these crazy ass shows, relationship shows, because the counselors that be on there be providing some really fucking good insight. And one couple had got into it, and she was saying, you know, she had a hard time with trust issues. So she would always question him, what he's doing, and all this other kind of stuff. And he was a cheater or whatever. However, they get to this point where they want to work things out. So she asks a question. He snaps because he's like, you always asking questions because you think I'm cheating. She said, I wasn't even coming from that point. Well, you are. That's what I'm accustomed to. And it's like, okay, so at what point does now the accountability roll on you, that if we decided that we're making changes and we're both making changes, at what point do you say, oh, it's okay to acknowledge the change? A lot of times people don't even acknowledge the change that people do when they're doing good changes. Mm-hmm. And they only acknowledge the one fuck up that they had out of there. Or sometimes I feel like it's used as a defense mechanism. You know that a person normally does this. That's kind of like how when you can, you know, I know that this person normally does this. So, okay, for example, if there was candy out or something, I know that Tayan always comes in the kitchen. She always eats the candy. So I'm going to go ahead and eat this candy. It's the last one, but everybody will think it's Tayan. Mm. That's totally wrong. When you're the one at fault this time. But you don't want to take accountability of it because that's what they normally do. Mm-hmm. And it's like, at what point is the person done being held accountable for that? And then now it's, you got to work on some things too. I think that's a hard...
It is. And see, and with me from there, I ain't fucking with you. Because I feel like from there, but I know it's not like that in a lot of areas, because you can be like that at work. You gotta come to work. You gotta, you know. But other than that, I'm not fucking with you, because then I feel like from there, you're messing with my sanity, or you're messing with my peace, or you're messing with my, you know, it's just a lot of shit that comes along with that, and I don't want to deal with it.
Right, but then I can also say, then like that, like you said, well, if I came to you and, you know, well, you always, sometimes you do want to come off like you know everything, so you might not have been doing it that time, but that's how I took it. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like, okay, so if you leave it at that, and if you went to the mindset, well, I'm not fucking with them, we're fucking with Tay, because that's how she is. And that messes with my mindset. Makes me feel inadequate. But if that wasn't what I was doing, then how do you get to that mindset? Who's that? Like, this is where I feel like relationships sometimes just go, right? Because what if I be like, all right, then I wasn't doing that, but then fuck it. Do I come back and be like, that really wasn't my intention, to try to communicate that better?
I understand what you're saying, but I'm speaking on a place where if it's repetitive. Like, if I see that you're repetitive in how this is, and it's influencing my space or my atmosphere, I don't know. I'm at a point in time in my life, my peace is kind of a little more important to me. If we've already established this and we've communicated about it before and it's still going on, yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of step back from you.
I completely agree with that.
I don't know, but
I think that people are afraid to do that a lot of times. Absolutely. But that's one thing that I've learned, to where, honestly, like I
you
say,
didn't even get your coffee.
I didn't. Where I can say, I've been drinking this orange juice, where I can say, like, there are some relationships that are that probably are a little bit more valuable than other. Not necessarily saying that that person is more valuable than another person, but different relationships are a little bit more valuable. So I work a little bit harder on some relationships. However, there are lines and things like that that you can't allow people to just to cross, and you have to let them know, like, these are those boundaries, and people can accept that and move on. However, I do still feel like accountability is a strong thing that we don't do, or we deflect a lot so that we don't have to be accountable for how we are feeling or how we have reacted. Or, yes, people can't determine your reaction and you can't determine other people's reaction, but sometimes we can find out why we are reacting the way that we react. Sometimes the reaction is not even warranted for whatever the act was. And sometimes we use the reason of, this is just me and a part of my reaction, so accept it. But sometimes we have to accept that your reaction was a little bit overreactive. And how can we tell that? People do it every day. We say that about the Karens all the time. We say that about people. If, you know, that's just like when you go to court. If somebody slapped you and you hollered off and shot them, you didn't meet them with the same force. So if somebody, I just feel like sometimes some people be overreacting. Like, they don't necessarily even be hurt, but the fact that they could be, they use that. And it's like, you can't do that. You have to be like, maybe not so. Maybe. I've done that. Like, somebody can do something and I feel like this is a good time to get a little bit of attention. I'll take it. Is that right? No. But I do it. This is a little, I stumped my toe. Hold on 1 second. Almost broke it. I'm gonna cuddle. So we kind of derailed there, went on over to working on some other things, but it all has to do with different relationships. And no, it's not only just relationships between intimate people, but just cool relationships. I think the number one thing that I would say that I've learned through dating is communication and communicating. And that should have probably been learned through life. But I learned that because people don't think the same. And that's okay, guys. But sometimes it's very interesting and intriguing to find out why and how people become the way that they are. Some people have some very interesting stories if you listen. Sometimes we're not listening to people, like Quan was saying. Like, people don't listen. And not actively. We do a lot of talking and a lot of wanting to be heard. But nobody is wanting to be the listener. And sometimes you have to appreciate people for listening to you. Appreciate people for taking it in and sometimes digesting it. Sometimes we react a little bit too quick instead of listening and digesting and then coming back to it. A lot of times we feel like we have to deal with things and fix things right there at the moment that they're broke. And sometimes if you just let it be broke for a second to get yourself together so that you can get it fixed properly, you know, sometimes we make bad decisions, quick decisions, uninformed decisions. I should say that's a better word. I don't want to say bad decisions. Y'all know y'all get offended. Is that the word? Offended real quick. You know, we don't want offensiveness. But y'all, this got a little serious. So we had a little talk. We talking about this. This is the shit that we be talking about on here. Anything. It's all over the place. But I'm going to wrap it up. And I will see y'all again. And we might next time, you know. Who knows what it is. Tell me what y'all want to talk about. What y'all want to hear. Okay, I think I addressed it everything. You know, I hope. If not, I'm sure.
About next time. I mean, this is your channel, but never mind.
What?
Some of the toys that they had, because Walmart had a really good toy.
Okay, so next time meet us back here. We talking about toys. Yay. We got what kind of toys? The toys that get you off. Bye. Bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And know that this is everything. everything. We talking about everything. Okay? If y'all want to know, whatever y'all want to know about the toys, let us know. I'm actually supposed to be making a game. So we're going to talk about that. And we might have some special guests. Okay? I got a few people that asked about being on a couple of shows. So stay tuned because they are off the wall. Love y'all. Stay safe.
Gang, gang.